Hello everyone and welcome to some Okami HD. I have not used the Pro Controller in God knows how long. Or whatever you call this thing. I know you can't see it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this brand new series where I just started playing this today on a different profile. So let me know if you guys enjoy this video or stream, I guess. Because I am excited to do this series. I've wanted Okami for so long, and I just got it today. And I was playing for 2 hours, not straight, but yeah, I love this game more than you can imagine. When I was like getting this game today, I could not wait for Mom to get home so she could get it for me. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, the wolf stood up against a beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf, valiant act, ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf. Like I said, this is Okami HD, and I cannot wait to do this series. As you can see, for a pretty old game, it has amazing graphics. This is on the Switch, by the way, and I'm already in love with this game. The second I started up, I was so excited to play it. And I watched someone play FNAF World to pass the time, and I forgot to do something. Flip. I forgot to change the controls. I wonder if you guys will be able to see it. Well, you can always see those letters. I'm gonna see if you guys can see the words. I haven't checked that yet. And by the way, I most likely won't be doing voices. Long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki Village lay nestled in the grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet berry was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. The dreaded Orochi. To satiate, I don't even know how to say that word, I'm sorry. The appetite of Orochi, the fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and eight heads mounted on neck the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were set to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. Spoiler alert, that's wrong. Well, I guess up until this point it was right. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. I don't exactly know what they mean by that, so I apologize. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice, piercing the sky, and the arrow sink its shaft square into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast cave in place of his beloved. I might suffer from this. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade violently. I don't know how to say that, sorry. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night, but Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. I know some of these words without having to completely see them because there are people's Let's Plays. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. I can't do this. This tale is very, very depressing for me. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. So I take it each head has its own element. That's just my theory. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Why should the dragon have to be the bad guy? I can't flinch. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped up the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark. Then closed his eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Oh yeah, I have a feeling I know who the elder was. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukiyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of this story. There's more to this tale than most people know. 100 years has passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. This is what makes it really, really upsetting when you're over obsessed with wolves. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukiyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. You beeped up, mate. You just beeped up. Wow. Alright, 12 minutes and 43 seconds in. No gameplay. Wow. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness onto the world. Utter that prayer onto me. Wait, what? Unto me, and unleash my power. You flipped up. I get the feeling that he's a very certain character. Alright. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here the real story begins. Sakuya, wood spirit Sakuya. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such a calamity? It was that quickly, there's no time to lose. My power has been diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now's the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Okami Amaterasu. Such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the Savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spirit as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon, but never have the circumstances been worse. I'm trying to get everybody's in the comments. Then they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. And what is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? It's the bug. aka Shinju. What on earth? Isun! You again? Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you shouldn't make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Yeah, right. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. Wandering artist Isun. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Yeah, I don't find it good. Well, what do you think? It's even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Yeah, you look just like that statue Shiranui. Yeah. Well, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slaughter. They'll get messing with the great Isun. They'll make me use my prized sword, Dinkamaru, against you. Why does that scare me so? Yeah. What is that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh great God Amaterasu, I've used up all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on, their spirits encased in my fruit. Cut it free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal. Eh? That Sakio girl said something about said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits kept inside the fruit. First, the I read that wrong. That's the fruit. The girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awful high up there. If you don't have some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. What can happen while you're taking a nap? And that's gonna be it for now, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.